and welcome back to another video. Today, in this video, I want to talk about how I have actually done something on my go-kart. I actually got my hands dirty for once. Also, don't mind the background change. That's a thing. The background's different. I'm not in the room I was in before, and it might sound a little bit more echoey because the room is actually, it's a bit bigger. It's not like this big massive room. I'm not sitting in like a lounge room or something. So it is a little bit bigger than the room I was in before, so it might be a bit more echoey, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to try anything I possibly can to boost the setup and make it seem better. I know this lighting here, that doesn't help, and this here, none of that lighting helps. It would be nice. I've got a lamp right there, and I just looked at it. I can't see anything. My eyes are burnt. Okay, there we go. My vision's back. I can't, the light is pointing straight at me. If I put my hand here, that's where the light is. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is that I have made a lot of progress on the go-kart. And I have even got some very special footage, which is that the go-kart actually started today. Unreal, I've been going through cycles. I think I've posted 3 separate videos where the go-kart started. So this isn't something new with the go-kart starting, but with such, with such very sensitive, extremely fine tolerance, very sensitive equipment, with the engine and the gearbox and all sorts of stuff like that, things are bound to go wrong. And what I have cut out of, I think it was the last time that I tried to start it, that I actually posted, I cut out about 30 seconds of footage of the kart just not starting. So I got no idea what that was about, but I took the whole thing apart and I gave it a clean. I actually ordered new parts for it. I got them shipped in and everything and was ready to try and put them in, to find out that the brushes, which I'll put up a picture of what my starter motor looks like, and I'll circle where the brushes are. Those brushes were literally about 2 mil, so probably about that much, too big to go into the hole. And oh my god, that was the most annoying thing. I hated that so much. It was so annoying because I spent money on that. And now I can't use it because it doesn't fit. But oh well. So I've got that sitting in reserve for maybe 20 years down the line I'll be able to give it to, I don't know, someone. I don't know. It's just gonna be sitting there. There's no use for it, and I'm sure as I'm not gonna throw it away because I spent money on it. So I may as well just leave it. I get the hoarding side of me in the garage. The hoarding random stuff in the garage. I got that from my dad, so thank him for that. He does it, now I do it. My mum hates us for it, but why not? But yeah, so essentially, I just went on quite a tangent there. I apologize for that. So essentially what has happened is I took the starter motor off because it wasn't engaging properly, even though it's pre-engaged. It wasn't spinning. I don't think my gearbox actually has a flywheel, or at least it's not called a flywheel. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm just going to call it a flywheel because that's what I'm familiar with on regular cars, like your Toyotas and all that jazz. All those proper cars, those all have flywheels at the back of the engine. So essentially, this pre-engaged starter motor was not engaging properly, so I have no idea what on earth was wrong with that, but I just cleaned it with some WD-40 and some emery paper, I think it's called. It's not sandpaper, but it's similar sort of thing. I think my dad calls it emery paper, and he usually knows what he's talking about, so I'm just going to call it that. So yeah, essentially that's what I did. Sprayed it with some WD-40 and then sanded it with emery paper. And then chucked it back in, or put it all back together, and oh my days. The video I watched to actually know what I was doing was the Power Republic video on how to put the starter motor back in, or how to repair it or something. I can't remember what it was called, but the springs that you have to put, I'll put a picture up and circle what I'm talking about here. It's really hard to sort of show in my hands, but the springs that you have to put springs in, then you have to put the brush in, and now that brush it's because it's against the spring, that brush is spring loaded now. Spring loaded, that's what that means. So if you let go of it, it's going to come flying out. And the spring is like this big. If you have any sort of floor that isn't like completely not only clear of all dirt or debris at all, but it's a completely like chrome white finish, so you can see everything. You could see like a microscopic cold germ on the floor or something. Like that sort of floor, if you don't have something like that, you're never going to find it. And I dropped the spring twice. I was 2 times away from having to having to get like a metal detector or something to pick it up because I couldn't see it anywhere. So yeah, I got very, very lucky. But yeah, the spring is so small and it's really dark colored. I'm not sure if it's actually, I'm pretty sure it is black, but it's a very, very dark color. And so yeah, you drop it on the floor, it's gone. You're never going to find it. Apart from if you're lucky, like me. I was very lucky and it happened twice. So I'm extremely lucky that I never lost the springs. But yeah, so I'll circle what I'm talking about because it's hard to explain. But oh man, I hated every bit of that. It was so annoying. I had to get my dad to help. It was impossible to do it just with myself. I could not do it. It was impossible. So I had to get my dad to help me. We needed 2 pairs of hands because we just couldn't do it by myself. I just couldn't do it. But yeah, so I managed to get all that back together. Massive pain. God, I really hope I don't have to do the starter motor again. But I probably will. So it's a matter of when, not if, unfortunately, because I hate it. I've learnt now. I've learnt the ways. I've learnt that I hate it now. I can't stand it, and I never want to do it again. But I got to do it anyway, probably in the near future. Well, I don't know when it's going to be, but you know, you have to replace everything at some point. I'm going to have to do something in the starter motor. It's going to happen at some point. So I'll just really be looking forward to that day, and I really won't want to go and jump on the track and get my ankles obliterated by a go-kart instead of doing the starter motor, you know? Oh God, really, I just want to like really stress how much I hated doing that starter motor, how fiddly it was, how close I was to losing what was it, like a $10 spring twice? A single spring that's like 5 mil long and so small you'll never find it if you drop it on the floor unless you're extremely lucky. And it was like $10 a spring and I had to buy 2. I spent $20 on springs and I almost lost them. Ah man, that was a bad day. But I got it done in the end. The benefit of having done all that basically human torture, at least for me, that's what it felt like with dropping the springs on the floor. I can't stop going on about it. Is that the go-kart actually started today. So I will attach some footage of the go-kart starting. So as you can see, the go-kart is starting and it's working fine. So I am now ready to take the kart out to the track, which is a big thing to say, especially because I haven't been out to the track in a minute. I haven't been out in at least 8 months, easy, probably closer to a year. You know, I haven't been out to the track forever, and I'm missing it. You know, I was going to try and get out onto the track today after the karts all started and it was all good, and I was like, oh yes, okay. So then I went to try and go out to the track, and it was raining the entirety of today. I don't think I saw a wink of sunshine the whole of today, which is a Thursday. I haven't seen any sunshine at all. It was raining the whole day. Now, you know, doing a track day in the rain is not a bad idea, but my kart has just been restored after over a year of work. I say we because my dad did actually help, mainly with the springs and the spring-loaded tangent. God, don't make me go down that road again. don't put me down that rabbit hole again. So my dad and I have just finished on the starter motor. It's done. The whole kart's ready. It starts better than it ever has before, and we're ready to take it out on track. and then we go and, I go and crash it and write it off or something. I don't know if you can actually write off a kart because the bumpers are made of plastic, not the same plastic used in cars. It's a much more heavy duty plastic. And the chassis are all made of steel, I believe. So I actually don't know if you could write one off. You could probably just fix it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to go and just completely total the kart after we've just spent all this time, all of the stuff that our channel's been dedicated to, gone like that in a single crash. I don't really want to do that. And it's on a practice day. It's on a track day in the rain. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not happening. So I decided that I'm not going to go out on the track today. So my next opportunity, because Friday is fully booked out, which is Friday tomorrow, is fully booked out. So my next option is next week. Next week, Wednesday. But the kart's working, and I'm ready to go back out on track. And I will be posting track footage. I've got my GoPro all up and ready. So I'm all good, basically. We're all good, and we're ready to go back out on the track and get some sweet footage, some sweet practice, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, bye everyone.